Do we have everything going? No, we don't have everything going. Because this isn't playing right now, but now it should be. There we go. Now we got everything working. Hello, Spectre. Hello, Fame and Epic. Welcome on in to the 4th day of the JOB-A-THON. I am speaking into a microphone, and it is working. I am looking at a camera that is working. I tested another camera that may or may not be working. And I have a lot of things to talk about today before we get into some of the things that we want to get done today. There's a lot of to-dos. There's a lot of things that we got to do in the morning, including... So they never came on Friday. The people that I yelled at... Hello, Synapse. Hello, how's it going? The people that I yelled at on Friday, the internet provider, the people that need to keep this stream running for as long as possible. Hello, Seamaster. How's it going? Job is here. Mr. Not Imposter whatsoever. I have no idea when they're coming. They only said they're coming between the hours of 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. Which coincides with the Job-A-thon because this is when people are jobbing, But that does mean that at some point the internet is gonna have to go out because, like, if they're gonna test it, I'm sure they have to cut out the internet. Or if they're gonna change anything, they have to cut out the internet. So we're probably going to experience an interruption. It's unavoidable. I wish there was a way. I don't know if my... What are the upload speeds on a hotspot? Isn't that a good idea to hotspot stream? Will I actually have enough internet to facilitate a stream? Hello, Michael. Hello, Jungle Boss. We're gonna find out. But in the meantime, until they get here, I am going to try my best in order to keep the stream running and do what we can with it. You're getting a fix? It's always a gamble with these ISPs. They love to just push the issue onto whoever, but not take responsibility and do something about it. If there is something to be done, there's something to be done. If not, we're gonna take it. We're gonna kick it up a notch. Because there are powers that be that can do something about it. At least push them to make a fix that will, justify the amount that we spend, or, justify the fact that we pay for fiber internet and we do not receive fiber internet. What's your current to-do? So we have a morning and an afternoon. The mornings, until we hit $100 before 12 p.m., we have a certain goal in mind. Obviously, so for Monday and Wednesday, well, we're gonna get, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I have a whole presentation for you in just a little bit. Just sit tight. I just need to make sure that, just in case the internet goes out, I want to see if my hotspot will be enough. Let me see. Okay, so I'll keep that open just in case. Got stuff to do, so only a brief hop in. Have a good stream. Thank you, Asen. As hopefully your climbing journey is going well. Oh, it's okay. I've got plenty of stuff to do. Let's kick things off with the following. I have a presentation. This is the morning stand-up where we have to talk about what has transpired in the last week. This is something I'm going to do every single week, just so we all get a picture of how everything is going. Because obviously, we cannot make progress unless we see progress being made, or we see something being different over the weeks, over the days. We don't want to be just kind of streaming out into the ether and hoping for the best. We're here with a goal, and to achieve said goal, we have to keep track of certain things so that we can make sure that we're on the right path and that we're getting there in a meaningful amount of time. So I have a couple things to talk about. Let us... Oh, I still haven't set up the button for this scene. It's okay. It's okay. Because I can just come over here and do this, and things will just work. Because sometimes I'm prepared. Except for the fact that I have to stand over here. That's a little obnoxious. But, we can't get everything down. Not everything. I don't have all of... Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. So, let Let us get you guys, your ears at least, up here's. There you go. Now we're chilling. All right, everyone, it is time for the weekly stand-up, our weekly updates. What has gone on in the last week of the JOB-A-THON, and where can we see improvement? So, I've already broken everything. Let us move over. Let's move that mouse. Let's get that mouse moving. Come on. Come on, let's move that mouse up. Where are you going? Oh, Alright, let's try that again. Where are we at and how can we improve? Beautiful. So, we have a couple of highlights that have gone down. First off, we hit $500 for the JOB-A-THON already within the first 3 days, which is incredible. Thank you all so much for the support so far. It's meant a lot. I'm glad that people are having fun with the to-dos and giving me stuff to do. If there's ways to improve that whole structure, if there's ways that you want me to incorporate, I have a couple of ideas that I want to throw in the mix, but I don't want to start convoluting the formula just yet. So I'm going to keep things smooth. I'm just going to keep it as I laid it out in the very beginning, because I think any sort of change is going to spark confusion, and I don't want to do that. So everyone, thank you so much. We're going to play a Red Grandmaster Celeste map on Friday. That is our whole Friday taken up. Every Friday is typically going to be a variety or collaboration of some sorts. So since we hit a milestone, this is a very special event. We're going to be doing this map. What map? I haven't decided if I want y'all to pick or if I want Carrie Carrarium, because she has been a collaborator on a recent video, not a recent video, a future video. So I want her to have the opportunity to tell me what map I should play, because she'll make me suffer a little bit, but she'll make me have a good time, you know? Like, she'll give me a map that's, like, worthwhile to play. Not to say that you won't. But, you know, we gotta... I trust her. So, highlight number 2. 1 of 6 days averaging 75 viewers on Twitch. This one is also insane, because Blue did this single-handedly. Blue, with his raid the very first day of the JOB-A-THON, came in with 700 people. And these people brought our average up to 75 on the dot. And why this is important, we'll get to in a little bit. Just keep in mind that 75 is the magic number if we want the success, if we're hinging the success of the JOB-A-THON on this. Anyway, number 3. This is one of the to-dos. We got a sub 2.8 time in Crossing 1. If you don't follow me on Blue Sky, that is where I posted the run that I was able to do. Crystal, you know, you gave me a challenge, but I'm just happy that I pulled it off. I'm happy that I knew what strat I needed to do, and I pulled it off. I couldn't ask for anything more than that. Number 4, we completed all levels of the Croak demo. Croak, awesome game. Very, very fun. Very akin to Celeste in a lot of the conveniences and a lot of the feel. It's very well done. I would highly recommend anyone go and wishlist Croak. It is fantastic. The devs are awesome. They came into chat immediately. The community already is like, hey, can I plug this in the Discord? Like, these people are sick. These people are sick. And they know they're sick because the game's going to be even more sick. Like, it was already, I was captivated the whole time. I was gushing about it from the beginning. Another game I was gushing about a lot was White Knuckle Volsentire. Thank you so much for recommending this game, because holy, the climbing is phenomenal. You know, I struggle sometimes with, like, I have a lot of friction. I think that's anticipated. You know, you play a new game that has a very different feel to it. If you play a platformer, you know how a platformer feels. When you play something that is kind of VR-esque and you have, like, completely different controls that you're not used to, it can be challenging. But White Knuckle was not only very approachable, and not as scary as I thought, which, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. It was just fun the whole way. I wanted to climb and grind as much as possible. It gave enough of a stress factor that it felt rewarding to dodge very close calls. There's not enough good things I could say about it. So, very big highlights. Very big. Now, how are we performing so far? Okay, this is where... Hold on. First, let me make sure I'm not being too loud for my wife. Okay, she hasn't yelled at me yet. Not to say that that's a frequent occurrence. I'm just loud and I know that. All right. She's just making sure that I'm not being too loud and obnoxious. And I love her very much. But performance. So we don't have a week 0, I guess. We just have how we were performing before, where we were averaging 25 viewers, 18 subscription points is a little bit on the high end. A little bit on the high end. Typically, I have like 12. This was after a 10 sub drop from Savadra, which I really appreciate. But we were hanging around 18, and we only played 2 games. We were really only playing Deltarune and Celeste for the last like couple months. Played a little bit of Silksong, but like not that much. In the last week, 44 average viewers is insane. Like across the 3 days, we had the first day where we averaged 75, and the other 2 days we averaged about 28 and 30 approximately. 44 is a big jump. It's a big jump, and it gets us a lot closer to that 75 number. 30 viewers is still a lot. We're at least past halfway this time. But every single stream is a new stream, a new opportunity to be able to push that number even higher. So anytime you lurk, anytime you share the stream to people, anytime we have more people coming in to give to-dos, like all of this helps tremendously. Anytime, if y'all can clip things, help me promote it. But, you know, like you don't have to help me promote it by like literally sharing it, although that would be very nice of you. But if you clip things on stream and there are fun events, then I can at least post those. I can at least make those into something that will further push this event in the right direction, because I really, really am having fun with this. I think this is a great time. I think it allows me to have other hours where I can focus on my work, because I am primarily a night worker when it comes to video editing for some reason. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know why I'm like this, but it helps a lot. Subscriptions went a little bit bonkers. I don't expect this a lot. 63 is ridiculous. The reason why I have it here as an essential metric, though, is because it is something that factors into subscription splits once you get partner, as well as emote slots. I am commissioning for new emote slots because I think my emotes are they could be better. So there are there are emotes that I am having commissions actively. I've already reached out to Sergeant Mug, because she's fantastic and everyone should commission Mug. And she's going to have a couple of those made, and we should be seeing those quite soon. I won't say like really soon, because, you know, she needs to cook. You know, you need to leave her like whipping up something really sick. Games played 4. Why is this important? Variety content. Typically with variety content, it's a hit or miss, and being someone who is a one trick and does Celeste all the time, playing more games and still retaining an audience is a big factor to growth and building a personality, rather than just being that guy that plays Celeste. I am that guy. Hopefully. That's the goal, right? I want to be better. I want to be better for you. I want to be better for me. I want to be better in all kinds of ways. I do want to be better at Celeste, don't get me wrong, but there are other games that are to be played, which we will see again in the collaborations. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. And then to-dos. Obviously, this is the most important part, because this shows the things that you are assigning to me, and this shows the things that I am able to complete in a given day. And we completed 8 so far. And we have about 10 left. Which is kind of insane to think about. You know, there's still a lot of things to do, but we are getting a lot of them done today, which means that we're gonna need more to-dos. So this is the first time I'm gonna plug it, but the best way that we can keep the stream going is through donations to Ko-Fi. Every $10 is 30 minutes. Every 20 bucks is a full hour of whatever you want me to do. I've updated the game list on, if anyone can initiate the command for JOB-A-THON. I've updated the game list for the games that I have available that you would like to commission me for. Commission? Hire? I guess? Something along those lines? Thank you so much, Epic. I've updated the game list, so if there's other games, I have Balatro, I have Assassin's Creed that I guess I could play. I have other games that I am able to play, so if you would like to see me play or do any challenge in any of those games, then I just wanted to make sure that people were up and up. Again, if there's any other game that you have any questions about, that you want me to try a challenge or do something in, then just ask. I read the chat way too much. I know I read it way too much. I'm a yapper, but I still read chat way too much. So I will see your question and I will answer what I have before you donate, if you decide to donate. Once again, aside from Ko-Fi, you can also donate through subs. Every 3 subs is also 30 minutes, and every 5 subs is an hour. All of this helps. Subs obviously help in different ways than direct donations, because with subs, people get emotes. That's really cool. And you'll get better emotes soon, I promise. It helps as far as the split if we ever do get to partner. So it helps a lot. But again, if you want direct donations will help tremendously. It avoids the split in some ways. Like, obviously, Ko-Fi takes their cut, but like donations like that go directly towards making sure that I am a live human being who can pay student loans, because your student loan servicer still wants to charge you basically a mortgage every month, despite you losing your job. I'm not gonna get upset now. So there are things to do. As you can see, we have a couple. Nope, nothing. We have a couple of things that we got to get done today. 9 to 12, we've got the resume review and job search plan construction. So I didn't get to do this last week because people knocked it out of the park immediately. We already broke through the threshold within like the first 20 minutes of stream, which is insane. But like, we can't expect that. This is a marathon. This is not something that like people are just gonna be subbing, the money's like coming through. No, like this is a marathon where we are trying to find a job, and all of these things are just extra things that help with just my livelihood and my job search. So we're not going to be breaking the $100 threshold before noon every single day. So in the meantime, today we're actually going to go through my resume, show you guys what my previous career job was, because Mondays and Wednesdays we were doing career-based stuff. This is the stuff that I was doing before I got laid off. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are more directly content focused, where I'm video editing, I'm scripting, all of that good stuff. So that's what we're going to do in the morning at 1 p.m. BTA time. We have BTA. I need to reach out to everyone, make sure that they've got everything ready to go. It's going to be better. It's going to be a better experience this time. Hopefully, especially with the internet fixed by then, assuming that they come in at the time they said they would and that they fix it appropriately, BTA should be good to go. There is one note about BTA. And that is that I might have to keep everyone restricted to vanilla levels, just because it'll make managing it easier. I'll get to that a little bit later when I start talking about BTA, because I do have a presentation on BTA now, for those of you that do not know what it is. Outside of that, after BTA, we had Misty redeem me doing the Strawberry Jam Grandmaster Lobby. Jim. Let's not get carried away. I only got 30 minutes for this. I got to go through the gym, all the weird mechanics that Grandmaster levels kind of expect you to know when going through them. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to do our best, because it's going to be essential to our Friday grind. We're doing a red Grandmaster map where it's going to expect a lot of us. I'm a little bit nervous. That's going to take me literally hours just to understand some of the mechanics. I already know. And then at the last hour, this can be a little bit flexible, but if Hazel is around, then I would like to do the ARB race that they proposed. She said, hey, you can skip as many berries as you like, up to around 50, maybe even 70. And I'm like, don't give me that. I don't want... Don't kill me at ARB like that. It's embarrassing. So I'm gonna do my best. If I really gotta skip some berries, I'll skip some berries, but we'll see what happens there. I do have a sub-hour time, but that's when I was fresh, and it wasn't by much. So we'll run it and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. On deck, just in case Hazel isn't available, or if we do manage to hit $100 in donations before 12 p.m., then we do have 2 things that we can incorporate, I think, immediately. It sounded like Savadra was going to be available this morning. So again, we have Celeste Bingo versus Savadra. I have not done Celeste Bingo ever. So again, just another race that I'm going to get absolutely obliterated in, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Oh well. And outside of that, Astro, I think Astro is kind of busy right now. We probably won't get to this, but it is on deck just in case. If we don't do this race against Astro, where we go through every single checkpoint in the game and then calculate our sum of best within an hour, then there is Minecraft Hardcore that is also on deck. I did not get to fit it in this because I thought this was already kind of pushing the limits of everything on. There's a lot of to-dos. I'll be able to post the spreadsheet again, or show the spreadsheet on stream again if you're interested. I lost my mouth. Oh no, we skipped ahead. Wait, did we skip ahead? Oh, we didn't skip ahead. I'm just a moron. I can't remember my own spreadsheet or my own slideshow. Okay, so that 75 number, why does it matter? Well, this is the path to partner. This is how they kind of qualify you for partnership. They want to see 6 unique days of averaging 75 viewers across the last 30 days and the last 31 to 60 days. And here's the thing. We can either fulfill these metrics, or they do make a more in-depth review for stellar performance, or like going beyond. So if instead of having 6 days in each of these blocks averaging 75, if we have 15, 20 days in the last 30 days, then that is also something they take into consideration and something they may allow for partnership. I don't know exactly how I don't know if the partnership application doesn't even open until you satisfy these things. I'm not exactly sure on that. This is just some stuff that I read on the internet, which, some things on the internet are just a lie, but these are the things that I saw. So I don't know, but we've got 1 out of 6 in the first 3 days of the JOB-A-THON. That's pretty cool. Hopefully it doesn't require us to go the whole 60 days in order to determine this, but I'm just putting it out there. The closer that we get to this number every single day, the more consistently we can hit this number, then the bigger deal it's going to reflect in the partner application. And then, we might be able to actually make it there, because that is the ultimate goal. Once we hit partnership, then there is a whole nother side to this event to keep it running. Because then if we get partner, I think we've sufficiently shown that we might be able to push this as a career. So we need to transform the event a little bit in order to make it not so job focused. It's rather like content focused, full, just running at it, just running at the goal to our heart's content. And we'll see how it is when we get there. Now, just a little bit of a refresher. If you're new here, if you need to still figure out what is going on with the JOB-A-THON, basically, I'm here to do 2 things. Look for a job in my career and look for a job in content creation. They are at odds with each other, and it is up to you to determine where my fate lies. So every $10 goes to half hour of whatever you want me to do within reason, and 3 subs per half hour or 5 subs per hour are also encouraged for all the reasons that I had mentioned before. This is the structure: 9 to 12 career work on Mondays and Wednesdays, content work on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I have off Saturdays and Sundays because that is how a job typically goes, at least in corporate America. And then Fridays is a very flexible day. If there's no collaboration, if there's no special event, then we'll be doing 9 to 12 variety stuff, and then 1 to 5 will be the to-dos that we still have to do. If we do have a collaboration, typically they will run the full course of the day unless otherwise specified. This Friday, on top of the Red GM map that I am doing, I will be announcing the first collaboration taking place a week from this Friday. So on Friday, hold on. Something 4-day work week went. Sorry, every time I see Sky's message, I don't know if I need to be scared or not. So I needed to stop just to check. Something. Look, Sky, sometimes you chat, and the only time I know if something's going wrong is if you text me. Genuinely. So, words. This Friday, when we do the Red GM map, at the very beginning, I am going to announce who the first collaboration is with, and what we're doing, because I think the next one is going to be, the first one to kick it off is going to be very good. I strike for the hearts of Dave. Wait, what is it? Does it say Dave? I strike fear in the hearts of Daves. Did you strike fear in the heart of a Dave this morning? What happened? So yeah, on the 31st, Friday 31st, there will be a collaboration. I will announce who and what we are doing on Friday, here and on Blue Sky, and in the Discord. So get followed somewhere. Get followed somewhere, please. Like, I appreciate you being here, but I am only streaming to the people that are here, and on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. I know you're rolling. So follow on Blue Sky for updates. Follow on Discord for updates. I'm trying my best to do promotional posts. I'm gonna upload a promotional post during lunch, because I was supposed to do that this morning, and then chaos ensued, as normal, as usual. So, schedule manipulation. This is what I was talking about before. If we raise $100 before 12 p.m. and in today's circumstance, if we raise it before 10 a.m., we will be able to get into a bingo race with Sivadra immediately. I assume. Does this mean I won't need to wake up before 10 this week? Hold on. Let me understand this correctly. I mean, if you're available in the afternoon, then we can do something in the afternoon, because again, raising $100 before noon, and I mean, let alone 10 a.m., that's a lot of money. That is a tremendous amount of money to raise in not that long of a time. But it does allow us to free up some more time in order to collaborate with people like Sivadra. So Sev, if there is a time in the afternoon after 1 p.m. that will work better for you, then we might have to plan around that. Otherwise, if we somehow manage to hit this before 10 a.m., then Sivadra will be able to join us and kick my ass at bingo. And again, it still stands that if we raise 500 before overtime, and keep in mind, these are daily metrics, before overtime, $500 before 5 p.m., then we will go into overtime and stream an additional 4 hours. That will be a whole 12-hour shift. You know, which is what my wife goes through for her job. Like, I'm not going to say that's going to be as hard as her job. I think she has one of the hardest jobs out there. But it will be 4 more hours for us to take care of to-dos. So, if we donate that much, if we have a crazy, crazy day, then we are streaming all day. We're just going at it. If only I had enough money. I mean, that's why it's like an event. That's why it's like this is a marathon more than anything. I can do the afternoon next week. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's the whole thing with the to-dos too. When they're reliant on other people, I have to kind of shift things around, which is why I made that like a fundamental property to begin with. That's why my wife goes through. Technically, yes, these are the hours. Yes. She goes through the hours. She goes through way more of the effort. Like, you know, I do a lot of yapping. I do a lot of, you know, hooting, hollering. But, like, I love her very much. She goes through a lot, and I appreciate her greatly. A few final notes. As we have just clarified, if there's a to-do in the queue that cannot be done in the time allotted, then we are going to shift things around a little bit. So, that's why, if Sivadra is available and we hit $100 before 10 a.m., then we'll be able to take Sivadra in. If not, then we're going to have to wait a little bit on that collaboration. More specifically, if there is a half hour or if there's an hour to do that I need to do and it's 4:01 or 4:02, we have to keep really strict to these schedules. So unfortunately that to do will not be done, but we will fetch the next to do that can be done, which would be a half hour slot at 4:30. This is just to keep everything rolling so that we don't have a backlog that just can never be done or prevent me from streaming way longer than I am meant to. This is a 9 to 5 stream. That is all. And again, I have in the Google document some examples of things that I am willing to do and not willing to do. And anything that falls into that gray area, you are going to get what you're going to get. You are going to see how I interpret it, and based on how I interpret it is what you're going to get. If you're going to push the boundaries of the to-dos, then I'm not going to manipulate it. There's just a lot of ways to read the same thing. So be careful with what you request. With that being said, I'm going to sit down. This is hot. I'm wearing a corduroy shirt this time around. So I'd like to sit down. Thank you very much. let us bring this bad boy down. You're subject to the whims of the genie. Exactly. Everyone, thank you for showing up for my presentation. I think I did a little bit better with this presentation this time around. Hold up. But we do have more to go over. I didn't want to do this before. I wanted to do this sitting down because I didn't want to be standing for it. But there is another presentation. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, what did I do? There is another presentation, but I think it's very important because y'all don't know BTA. Not a whole lot of saving lives goes on. Yeah, not exactly, Sky. Y'all don't know BTA, and it shows. So I need to get you educated on what this is. Because apparently, and this is going to be quick, don't worry. I don't want to keep you guys around too long. Just in presentation mode. But outside of presentation mode, we are going to get into my resume soon, which I guess should be interesting. We'll see how we feel about that. But here, let us take a look at this. Thank you for the hydrate. That was the hydrate for you, Gen Creator. Welcome on in. So, welcome to Better Than Average. What is BTA? It is a race to the top. And this is going to be good for the old heads in here that have played BTA before, because we are changing the rules a little bit to make it a little bit more accommodating, but not any less competitive. So, the whole deal is that we run in Celestenet, and you try to get as fast of a time as possible against all odds. Nominating a new mascot for the JOB-A-THON named JOB-A-THON Jonathan. Why? Why? What would he even look like? So the whole goal is that you're all racing against each other in Celestenet in a mod called Head to Head, where we actually get to track your times in real time, one against one another. Oh no, is there something wrong with this already? Oh no, you're just saying Dov because my name is Dov. Yeah. Basically, the higher placement you get, the more meters you get. It starts at 800 for first place, 700 for second, and then so on and so forth until everyone gets 100 after that. The first two players to pass 2,500 meters, but also win an IL, become finalists. So what does that mean? Every single level you accumulate points. In this case, 2,500 meters means you need to come in first place 3 times, and then any place 1 time, or sorry, not any place. You need to pass 2,500 meters. So technically, if you come in any other place that's not 200, then, or any place lower than what would be 200, which I think is 7th place. This is a really bad analogy. Basically, you have to pass 2,500 meters after every single race. But then after passing 2,500 meters, now you have to win a match. You have to come in first in an IL in order to lock in your place as a finalist. The first 2 people to do this will be our finalists, who will jump into farewell and then race off there. The first level will be City, and from City, we will determine who will be the first one to pick the first level. There will be no meters awarded. We will just allow the person to wins to pick the first level. I think that's pretty simple, right? I'm not crazy. That's pretty simple. Everyone races, you get meters, you try to pass 2,500 meters. After you pass 2,500 meters, you win a level, then you're locked in as a finalist. Mwah, beautiful. More rules. There are a couple more rules than that to make it a little bit more complicated, because after every round, we're going to have a random person selected to choose a new level. That being said, after that person chooses a level, they are pulled out of the pool of random players who are chosen so that the following level can be chosen by a different random player. At the end of every round, whoever has the fewest amount of meters, just to keep things a little bit competitive, if someone in last place managed to get first place in the following round, then they will be given a bonus 200 meters for showing that they were able to make that comeback. So there is a comeback mechanic. There is a lot of fighting for the top, and there's some choice in how you can take the direction of the IL. So if you came in last and you happen to be the random person that gets selected to choose the next level, then you might have a chance. Then you can actually like push it a little bit. You can come in first. You can get some bonus points, and then you hope for the best. Best of luck to everyone participating later today. This will be going on at 1 p.m. At 1 p.m., we are running BTA. I'm going to make everyone aware of a specific mod thing that they have to download before getting into it. Because, well, will it? Hey, Sky, did you finish the rule set? So that's what I was going to talk about now. With the rule set, everyone was talking about if we can make, what's it called? We were talking about if we can choose any category, any IL. Problem is that there's a lot to a rule set that I don't really know how to, hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh. How do you do this? I have never done this on YouTube. I think that's how you do it, right? Hello, Meta Smash from YouTube. You're on YouTube and you're here? Crazy. So, sorry about that. What happens here is that we need to set a rule set so that people can't just be hitting the button anytime they want. Because we're trying to run an event, and if people are doing that, then it gets a little complicated. So we have a rule set that we have to give everybody. Everyone wanted the rule set to be something that is, you know, pick as you will. You can pick any category. You can pick any IL. You can pick whatever. Hey, man, you want to moderate your YouTube channel? I just did. Wait, is everything delayed? Oh, no, sorry. Something else was going on. No, I did. I was a little late to it because I've never moderated on YouTube before. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me do this real quick. I'm sorry. This is so scatterbrained because someone decided to derail everything. Okay, there we go. Okay, let us make this a little bit easier to explain. We have a rule set that allows us to control what levels people can use, what levels people can choose inside of head-to-head. I am using it for the sole purpose of being able to control the lobby so that I can make sure that the appropriate level is chosen and that people don't hit the button before they're supposed to. Unfortunately, the rule set that I have only has the vanilla levels and some odd objectives that you can choose. Oh no, but then I might have to adjust the rule set. This is probably going to be a lunchtime activity. But do not worry if you're a competitor in BTA. Bingo BTA is the one, yes. I was going to try to explain it better, and then I realized that my explanation is going to make it worse because the rule set that I have is the Bingo BTA. But also, this is a great time. So, Frontier is here. This means that the internet is probably going to go out. The internet's going to go out for a little bit, but hopefully y'all will stick around for a little bit. Because after Frontier leaves, we just have perfect internet. Surely, right? So that does mean we're going to be out between like 10 and 11. I'll probably take this time to be able to fix the rule set a little bit. I got some information from Sky on how to do it because I was trying to figure it out yesterday, and I'm a big dum-dum, and I couldn't figure it out. So we are going to be back after Frontier does their thing. I think it's safer for me to just cut stream right now. Unfortunately, I wish I could keep it up, but I think the problem is I'd rather cut it out myself than have Frontier come in and cut it out. I wish I didn't have to do this in the middle of an event that is geared around streaming straight from 9 to 5, but if the internet doesn't work, then I couldn't do that anyway. So, everyone, please keep your eyes peeled for 11 a.m. Hopefully, that's around the time that it should come back. I imagine if they're here now, that's around the time that it should come back. And I will see you in a bit. All right, so keep posted. I will keep everyone posted in the Discord. If you are not in the Discord, please get in the Discord. I will let everyone know when I am back. And if not, then I don't know. I'm sorry, come into the Discord so that we can hang out and talk. All right, everyone, I will be right back. I am sorry that this is, you know, interrupting everything, but hopefully everything I explained makes sense. So we'll be back. We'll be back in a little bit. Adios, everyone. Bye-bye. Or not bye-bye. No. I take that back. Not bye-bye. You'll be back, right?